The Cherokee Legend of the Two Wolves. An old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. "A fight is going on inside me," he said to the boy. "It is a terrible fight, and it's between two wolves. One is evil. He is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego." He continued, "The other is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The same fight is going on inside you, and inside every other person too." The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The old Cherokee simply replied, "The one you feed." Hey folks, Dwayne here, the Curious Sage, with a very special request from Heidi today. The story I just read to you was one that she requested that I spend some time doing a reflection on. It's a beautiful Cherokee legend. Many of you probably have heard it or have read it at some point or another. My reflection today, though, is about the internal journey, our own life purpose, and how this story relates to how we step into and up to our own life purpose. So think carefully for a moment about the words that are associated with the bad wolf. How many times have we used some of those phrases, some of those words, and some of those feelings that are evoked in the bad wolf with ourselves? Have we called ourselves a failure? Have we called ourselves incapable of love? Or have we called ourselves just jealous or greedy? There are a lot of times that we can actually sabotage our own life journey. And we do it sometimes in the most subtle of ways. So it doesn't take a lot of persistent, I'm a loser, I'm a loser, I'm a loser all day long. Although I certainly have met people that have that perspective. And it's very difficult for them to have anything positive happen in their life. It's more times than not the small things that make the bigger difference. So for example, I've worked with some people who just believe that they are capped out, that they're kind of at the peak of their career at this point, and it's because of their personality or their style, or there are people that are just out to get them. That's the kind of negative talk that sets up these huge barriers in front of you. And guess what? You'll not climb that wall. There's no way around that wall, because that wall is within yourself. Now, on the other side, think about all of the words associated with the good wolf. Love, joy, compassion. Those are the kinds of things that actually enable us to climb over any of the obstacles in front of us, or find a way around them and move forward, move higher. And the word compassion in particular is one I want to focus on. Compassion starts with yourself. And compassion is all about recognizing our own imperfections, our own brokenness. One of my favorite books is from Brené Brown called The Gifts of Imperfection. Highly recommend it. I've read it a number of times. And it is in that book that she talks about how important our imperfections are, our brokenness, in finding where our strengths are and really connecting to our higher purpose. Let's face it, none of us is perfect. Although in our society today, perfection is one of the values that we seem to be constantly chasing after. But that word perfection, in my mind, is almost more associated with the dark wolf, the evil wolf, than it is the good wolf. And the reason is that perfection is the enemy of excellence. And so one of my struggles has been with this word perfection. And I will tell you that I have a love-hate relationship with this word. But when I use the opportunity to reframe perfection with the word excellence, it takes on an entirely different meaning. I can step into excellence in any situation, whether I am completely successful with it or not, because excellence is all about effort, and I control effort, but I don't always control the outcome. So when I look at the word compassion, it starts with me. And if I am compassionate with myself, I can be compassionate with anybody else. And so that's my reflection for today. Think about some of the words associated with the evil wolf and the good wolf, and ask yourself this question: which of the wolves am I feeding the most? And if I'm feeding the evil wolf more than I'm feeding the good wolf, what do I need to change in order to feed the good wolf more and let the evil wolf eventually starve? Because if you're looking to step into your highest purpose, you're looking for that life goal, that higher calling that you know within your heart is there, it's the good wolf you need to be feeding. That's all I've got for today. Check me out on my website at the end of this video, and I look forward to hearing from you.